President and CEO of Allegiance, and I'm delighted to talk to you today about disruption. Even the word is disruptive, don't you think? Everyone has disruption. It means to throw into despair or to tear apart. None of us can avoid it. It actually means an event which causes an unplanned negative deviation from the expected delivery. And everybody fights this. Everybody wants it out of their life. Whenever it happens, we're so surprised. But it happens to everyone. Nobody can escape it. And I'm here to convince you today that when you have disruption in your life, that you should say thank you to the universe. Because disruption is a positive gift. It's a gift that will transform your life forever. It will put you on a trajectory where you will have experiences and opportunities and success that you could never have imagined. And you will have scar tissue that you will value and that you will be part of the fabric of who you are. Let me tell you about one of those disruptions. In 2002, I lost my job. I had been a highly decorated executive at Novell for 14 years. I loved this company, and I loved these employees, and I loved my team. But the company hired a new CMO, and she decided she wanted to go a different direction, and I was no longer going to be employed. Now, I was 6 months pregnant with a very high-risk pregnancy, triplets, and I had lost one of the babies. And then I lost the second one. And I had lived my life so that I knew in technology that a lot of people lose their jobs. So at 39 years old, I carried no debt, and I had a pile of money. And it was still terrifying for me to go home and tell my family that I was no longer employed at this place that I loved. And my 8-year-old son said to me, "Mom, are we going to have enough to eat?" And as a mom, you feel like the worst mother on the planet, even though you know you could go 10 years without working. And so people started to call me because they heard that I was no longer at Novell, because I have a pretty good brand, I got some skills, and I work hard. So I had 5 job offers. And I had an offer that didn't look good on paper. It made no sense. It was for 1/3 of my pay, no office, a really groovy cubicle, no staff, no budget, no title. And my husband, I said, "This is the job I'm supposed to take." And my husband said, "Have you lost your mind? I think this pregnancy has messed you up." That company was called Altiris. And I got to build a marketing team. And then I got to go on to be the chief marketing officer of one of the world's largest software companies. And then I had an opportunity to do this job now that I love as president and CEO. And people say to me, CMO to CEO doesn't happen. Guess what? If I hadn't lost my job in 2002, I would never have these exciting opportunities I have ahead of me. And it changed me, and it made me a different person. I'm too positive to be doubtful. I'm too optimistic to be fearful, and I'm too determined to be defeated. Because what I learned is that I have a proactive and predetermined force of will, that I chose to act instead of being acted upon, and that changed me forever. Now let me tell you another story. This is the most beautiful place on earth. My family and I try to get here every single year. Hashtag first world problems. True story. This was January 5th, 2012. And through a series of fortunate events, my husband and I got to spend 5 days, just the two of us. And this is in Maui, and every morning we did what we loved, which was hike the Mahana Shoreline Trail. And so we're hiking, and it was very unusual because my husband said, "Why are you out of breath? Why are you behind me?" Because as everyone knows who knows me, I'm a big walker, big hiker. I walk marathons, half marathons without even training. And I'm behind him eating his dust. He's like, "Something's not right." I'm like, "Well, maybe there's a change in the universe and there's like this extra oxygen at sea level and, I can't always be the best of the best." 2 weeks later, I was diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian clear cell cancer with a 20% survival rate. You want to talk about disruption? I had everything that I had ever wanted. I worked for 20 years to get 2 kids on this planet. And now I got to face something. I don't have any cancer in my family. I exercise every single day. I eat right. I don't even drink soda. I don't even drink caffeine. I do everything right. How is it that I have cancer? So this is a lovely picture of me in the hospital. And look how angry I am. Because I am bugged. Really? I kept saying to myself, really? 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 Ovarian cancer, the silent killer? Really? I got a 9-year-old at home. I got to tell him that his mom's not going to make it. I got 2 boys that I love and adore, a husband I've been married to for 30 years. How is he that guy? How is he that widower now? How is he, oh my gosh, there's going to be a second wife with 6 kids who's going to spend all my money. Freaking not okay. This is the moment that I figured it out. This is the moment. And I'm sorry this picture's blurry, but I took this from my hospital bed at 5:17 a.m. on the 27th of January. This is the moment that I said, you know what? I'm not going to follow someone else's script. This is the moment where I said, I'm going to be a student of cancer. I am going to stand up to cancer, and I'm going to show my sons what it means to do hard things. And I did chemotherapy every single week for 6 months so that I get to stay on this planet. And then I did a year every 21 days. And you guys didn't know it because I presented at the Women Tech Council. You didn't know that I was in the middle of it because I said I'm not going to lose my hair because I can't do bald. And I didn't lose my hair. And I learned that I had wonderful support and that people are good and that the people at Huntsman Cancer are amazing. And I learned that I could do hard things. And I learned that this changed me forever. And while I never would have picked cancer, it made me a different person. It made me a better person. So now I have a different lens. I wake up every single day and that I'm here, it's awesome. It doesn't matter. I move toward anxiety. I move toward challenges. I move toward opportunities. I know that every single person has tough things, but I choose to be happy. And I decided that I would spend the rest of my life lifting people in my career and in my personal life. That when I'm in the cancer center, I'm rocking this big ponytail, and they're like, Mrs. Clark, how are you doing today? And I'm like, I am fantastic. And they're like, you look terrible. And I'm like, I'm still here. When I see other people, I do everything that I can. And you know what? Every single one of us can create this fabric where we lift other people in our lives because every single person has hard things. So do not let fear determine your fate. Move toward anxiety. Move toward challenges. Don't let anything take those opportunities away from you. You are stronger than you know. And when things happen to you, when you have disruption in your life, I would submit to you that you should say thank you to the universe.